Do you want to introduce yourself?
Think I look too weird with my glasses and my hat?
Alright, do you want me to start to ask by asking you questions, or do you
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'm Amanda Brooks, I'm a writer. I have one book out in the universe and 3 or 4 more lined up. That's great. People who already know me, alright. And people that don't know me, well, hey. And maybe there'll be some tips in there that will help you. I don't know. But that would be very cool. I would love that. If anything I say might help you carry on, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, stick to your guns, babies, and crack on. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it makes you laugh and not cry, obviously. I hope it makes you laugh. Anyway, we'll carry on. Stick around.
So, first question. When did you first realize you wanted to be a writer?
Do you mean when I was in the womb? When I heard the message coming from the outside world?
Yeah.
Basically, always.
Since you were a child?
Yeah, I think we wrote plays as you all do when you're little, award-winning, clearly. And yeah, about 4.
About 4?
Yeah,
so
about
that's is that your first memory
Yeah,
of
yeah.
writing something?
Yeah.
What did you write? Do you remember?
No, probably a dramatic murder thing. I don't know.
At 4?
Probably. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe about flowers. I haven't found that one yet. I've got a box out there to go through. Maybe it's all in there. I don't know.
And so I've got your book here of humans and other creatures.
And a lady,
with
two brains.
So this is your first book.
My first published book.
Your first self-published book. And how long did it take you to write it?
Really, it was all about notes I was writing when I was going through a really difficult time, which I say on the front of the book, and a particularly desperate year. So I would come home from my rubbish day experiences, etc., and just write the story in a different kind of weird way, because that was just a way of externalizing it, and it was being so horrible. Don't do the face. So yeah, I guess it was over a period of maybe 2 years.
Okay. So what year was it? What did you do that it made you feel so
Fed up.
Yeah.
You'll read when you clearly haven't read the book. It was during a period I had designed 2 shops for a charity, and I was working in those 2 shops, styling them. They looked amazing, doing the windows, etc. So the book is largely based around that experience. Some of it fabulous and funny, and some of it are rather shit, if I'm honest.
Okay.
So it was really during that period.
Okay. And where did you get the idea of writing about this lady, which I believe is yourself?
Yeah, me.
With 2 brains. Why 2 brains?
Because the lady, or me in my real world, was dealing with sort of external issues, in other words, social stuff, etc., and the elf dealt with my personal SH. And actually, if you have an elf in a world with a dragon, you can go where you like, right? So it wasn't based largely in a different world. It just appeared that I created this world around me. And a lot of the characters in the books, the 2 owls, that's my mom and her old friend dearly departed sadly, etc. So I didn't really contrive to make it another world. It's just that you can express so much more if you're not grounded here and now type thing. Does that make any sense? Bit like down the rabbit hole. You go down a rabbit hole, love. You're anywhere you want to be. That's the point, I think.
So is the elf related to these magical fantasy worlds that you...
She's not really... she's not related. She is it. She is in it. And she's pondering, and, the thing about age, when you become older, you... As a real human being, you realise you become invisible. Actually, you do when you're 20. Everyone adores you and looks at you and hey, baby, and all that shit. When you get older, you just become slightly invisible. Truly, unless you're wearing this hat, clearly. And the elf, so in the lady, there's me and like, oh God, I'm old now, and it's really horrible and all that. The elf can just go, I'm not bloody having that, darling. Stride around, being fabulous. Cause a revolution. She can do whatever she likes, right? because she's in my head. And I think we'd all love to do that if we could.
So, what is your?
Sorry, everybody, look, this hat is annoying.
So, what is your work schedule when you're writing? How do you plan your day?
100%. I'm up early. Yes. Do I plan? I talk about being in the submarine when I'm writing. 100%. You can't be distracted. You can't be out and about. You can pop to the shops because you run out of kitchen roll and cat food and bog paper and stuff. But you can't be really around other people. You have to be on your own. Which is rubbish if you don't like being on your own. Fortunately, I've got, these guys around me, so I'm not alone, ever.
So I think this question is quite related to your Instagram account.
Right.
Which is...
You can't see Roberto, he's over there.
You can't see me, but...
I look really weird. That's why I keep looking over there.
So what's your Instagram account?
Quirk and the Cuckoos.
Quirk and the Cuckoos. So this question is quite related to your Instagram profile.
Okay.
What would you say is your interesting writing quirk?
I beg your pardon? Can I have another question? Actually, this is driving me mad. Let's get off. Hang on. We don't care about that. We'll just... Yeah, carry on. Oh, my interesting writing quirk is because I'm called Quirk and the Cuckoos. That's why that question was a bit weird. My interesting writing quirk is actually because I write about everyday life from a different perspective. So I write about stuff that everyone can relate to. It's all the same kind of stuff that you do and I do and he does and blah. But I have a different perspective on it, aided by the elf, obviously.
So this is a book that you self-published. Is that correct?
I put it into yes, I put it into a competition on Amazon to see if people would like it, if people would get it, if it had legs.
Okay. And this question is more related to what advice you can give out there to other people that wants to self-publish their own book or want to go through a publisher. How do books get published?
Well, if you asked me that in the 1920s, clearly I wasn't alive then quite, it was easier, I think. Or, well, before that, Dickens would write for magazines and so on. I think that's a great way to get noticed. I haven't done that. How you get a book published, it's painful. Unless you're really lucky, if you win a competition, you're made. Fantastic. If you don't, you have to go through trawling through the agents. You have to find an agent who works in your genre. So if you don't write crime novels, I wouldn't submit to someone who publishes crime novels because they wouldn't understand my stuff. So you have to work out which agent, which publisher covers your genre, your specific genre. And then you just have to approach them. Sin, bloody opsis, first 3 chapters, etc., etc. Stonking elevator pitch. Do you know what an elevator pitch is? And don't be scared and don't be upset because you'll be rejected a lot. So you just have to go for it and have sort of everything of steel, really, and stomp around a lot going, why, and all of that kind of stuff. But it's a long haul, I tell you.
So you relate a lot to confidence. You have to be confident in what you have created.
You have to be confident in what you've created because it doesn't actually matter if it's not 100% tight, because if you get picked up, you'll have an editor, and I've never done that yet, who will help you sort of sharpen it up. You have to be confident. Before you submit anything, you make 100% sure, the font is right, you've done the spacing, and you have to submit the way that agents require. So Mr. X agent will want a different what's it to Mr. B. So don't, research it first. If you send it in the wrong way, they just won't bother. They'll bin it before you've even had a chance.
Where do you get your information or ideas
Ideas
for your books?
Live. I'm not going to sing. I could have done that then. There's a story in everything. There's a story in everything. There's a story in everything. I think I've made my point. It just depends how you express it.
When did you write your first the humans and other creatures book?
Do you mean what year? Which year?
Yeah, how long ago was it?
Diddly do. Well, I finished that one in about 2013.
20.
Well, I finished writing the stories in 2013.
And when did you finish writing it?
In 2013.
In 2013. And so you had...
Apart from editing it and sharpening it and etc. etc.
Okay, so the finished product was published in...
2017.
2017, so that's what, 4 years later?
Yeah, but I had a house move, I had a bit of life going on, I had a bit of etc. etc. So...
and will there be part... Because obviously they're not in the book. The extra experiences that you had after you wrote the book.
Book 2, my friend.
That's going to be part of the book too.
Mm.
So it's a serial. So how many books did you... Three books. Or is it going to be another 2 books? We only have 1 book now. But it's out of 3.
Book 2 is basically written. Book 2, I'm not going to give away too much because I want you to read it. Obviously, there's no point otherwise. But book 1 ends here. Do you see? And book 2 starts here. So we pick up this weird live blah here.
Did you finish to write the book number 2 or
2/3?
2/3. So it's still in process. Is it taking you longer than the first one?
No, but I'm so involved in other projects. I'm working with an amazing artist in Belgium. I write curious stories or poems or little inspirational tales or something. And I'm working with a musician in Denmark. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's only so much time in a day. I'm on it.
So is this something that you like to, you're talking about collaborating with other talents, right? Mm. Is it something that you like to do when you're not writing?
It's not something I like to do or don't like to do. It's something that's come along. Mm-hmm. The artist I'm working with is extraordinary, and we just totally gel. So I didn't set out to do a collaboration. I didn't set out to do the music. It's all about the writing. In whichever format, it's all about the writing.
Okay. So every project that you do, even with other people that comes along, are related to your skill, your main talent of writing.
Yeah. 100%.
So basically, you never stop writing.
No.
So that's
very
your...
tired.
Yeah. Must be very tiring. So, but you do get inspiration from...
Everything.
Everything.
I'm being inspired right now by you. I have a bloody hell of a chapter coming about you, Roberto. You watch yourself, darling.
So you have a daughter.
Yes.
And a mother.
Yes.
And what did you think about you?
Mum is a writer and a poet. No surprises there. We've just published her first book, actually. She's 90. Amazing. She's incredible. My daughter used to write, but she's now a bit busy having a lovely time. So they think it's great. They're very supportive. They think it's amazing. I read them passages, ring them up, read them bits and pieces. If they don't laugh, I'm screwed. Whatever. If they don't cry, I'm equally screwed. They're amazing, as indeed are my friends, because they know. Also, they know to be careful, because whatever they say, I'm probably going to take notes. I mean it.
What was one of the most surprising things you learned in creating your book? Or by creating your books, because obviously you're writing the second one now. What did you learn?
Golly gumdrops. I think the discipline. You know, I don't know. Have I learnt discipline? I don't really know actually. What have I learned? Just to keep bloody going and don't let anyone put you off. You know, you may have to change the odd thing, but if you've got your ideas, you've got your ideas. No one can tell you how to write or paint or whatever it is, create whatever it is you're creating. Just be true to yourself. Also, you have to be prepared to kill your babies, right? So you can write something or paint something or whatever it is. and think it's fantastic. And because you've worked on it, you think, no, I must keep it. No. Sometimes you just have to shed. Sometimes 3 words are better than 25. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't make sense for a writer. If it doesn't make sense to someone you respect, something's wrong. So actually you do have to listen to other people. Not just willy-nilly, but the odd few. It doesn't make sense.
That is a good advice.
Kill it, but kill your babies, I'm afraid.
That's a really good advice. Because obviously you can learn from what you created and adjust it and change it to what is current. Is that what you mean?
I think be true to the idea. You've got the idea in your head. I mean, I'm not talking writing a crime novel. I'm not talking starting with 3 dead bodies and a whodunit type thing. That's a different genre. I don't know anything about that. I admire people who do that. But I think in general terms, stay true to whatever your idea is. Keep going. Ditch the dross. Don't use too many exclamation marks because be prepared to cut stuff out. You might use it later. I don't know.
So I know that you just said that you wrote a third of your second novel. Second book. But so far, which one of the 2 do you prefer?
I love them both.
You love them both.
It's my genre. It's my little world. You know, other people enjoy it. They make people laugh and cry. Or rather, the first one because I haven't read the second one. You know, don't you think if Octavia has lost his fluffles and is in a state, you're going to want him to find them? I have a lot of fun. I make myself laugh. I make myself laugh, I make myself cry. I make myself laugh a lot, actually. And if I'm making myself laugh, then presumably I'm going to make other people laugh.
Do you hear from your readers?
Yes. Marvellous on Amazon. I had some tremendous reviews, which actually I need to put on the back of the book or something because people don't know about that. So yeah.
What kind of things do they say?
Well, I'm really going to big myself up now. They say things like, a little story about the big stuff. It's going to make an amazing film, etc., etc. I relate to this, you know, made me cry. They say lovely things. Thank you.
Well, if you wanted to have another style of writing, what would it be?
Absolutely no idea. I don't think I could have another style of writing. I'm sorry. The poetry is interesting because it's shorter, and you can express a pain or an emotion or a joy or whatever succinctly, and it doesn't have to go anywhere like a story. But I don't think ain't gonna be no Shakespeare love. I mean, I don't think I have a different genre, which is why I've avoided going to. I don't want to go to a writing group. I'm really sorry for people who do. I don't mean I'm sorry for you. I mean I'm sorry to say this because if you go and you find it of value, that's fantastic. But I don't really want to be influenced by other people, which is why I can't really read Terry Pratchett because it's a bit like that's my world type thing.
What do you think your book makes it a good book?
Because it expresses a lot of things that other people feel.
So it's relatable.
100%, but it's expressed in a, as I say, from a different perspective, and I think it may allow people to sort of laugh about whatever they're going through, because actually we're all going through it, laughs, and if you can laugh about it, you're halfway to beating it, whatever it is.
So this is related to the first question I've asked you, but if you remember, as a child, what did you want to do when you grew up?
Bloody hell.
What was your dream?
I don't know, but I do know when we did plays and things, as all children do, you know, bursting from behind the curtains. I loved all that, but I didn't want to act, actually. I don't really, I can't tell you that I know. I've done a lot. I've done some amazing projects. I've enjoyed them so much. I I think I am who I probably wanted to be. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Do you remember the first book that made you cry? If any.
Bloody hell, you're really dredging. Well, I don't know, because I read all the time when I was little, but I would read my parents' books. So I was reading Rider Haggard and Allan Poe and strange books that they had in their bookshelves. I think I just cry at everything. I think I'm very easily driven to tears or laughter.
And what is the most unethical practice in the publishing industry?
Well, I haven't been in the publishing industry, have I? But the thing that I find extraordinary, quite hard to understand, is that there's gazillions of agents out there, all going to make money out of us, right? Inaccessible. So that's not unethical, but I can't help feeling in the old days, whatever they are, whenever they were, you would have been able to sit on someone's doorstep, really, and just say, do you want to have a read of this, love? And they'd go, all right, come on in, have a cup of tea, something. I find them very hard to get to reach, I'm not expecting to have a cup of tea or a chat, but with all the agents out there, what? Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard?
Do you think that chasing the publishing industry could drop the creativity of an artist?
It takes a hell of a
writer?
long time. It takes a hell of a long time. You have to have, I mean, in my world, I'll have a day, say, or 2 days, say, of pitching, after which you're completely buggered.
And does writing energize or exhaust you?
But both.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I mean, I think if you're a creative human being, whatever you're creating, when you're in it and doing it, it's just the most tremendous thing on the face of the earth, really. And then you're completely knackered, or at least I am, if I've spilled my guts out.
Have you ever had writer's block?
No.
You never had one?
No. I've got not verbal, I've got writing. They call it verbal diarrhea if you talk too much.
Do you try more to be original?
I don't really try. I don't really try to be anything, Roberto. I just write. I write from the heart. The work I do with the artists in Belgium, I'll be sent some crazy images, and I can just sit down and write 10 tales or something. They're short, don't forget. But I don't really try to do anything, to be honest with you. It's just, it's either there or it ain't. And if it ain't, go for a walk.
Mm-hmm. If you could tell your younger writer, what would it be? If you could tell anything to your younger self as a writer.
I would, I think I'd just have to say, carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on, my darling. Carry on, my darling. Look, keep on doing what you do, and one day the stars will align, right? That's Michael Caine. I love him. What a fantastic thing to say. And I say that to myself, and I'm going to keep on doing what I do, and one day the stars will align. 100%. I have absolutely no doubt. So, do what you do. Keep on doing it.
So, is there any other advices that you want to give out to...
My serious face.
To new writers out there that wants to publish their own book and they don't really know where to start. They've got this great idea like you had.
Get it out there, write it down, stay solid, don't give up. Young writers go for competitions and things like that. I think that's probably a good idea. And also, don't let anyone tell you you can't do it, because you can, actually, whatever it is. Believe in yourself. Stay solid, go for it, 100%.
I think that is it.
Apparently that's it now. So cheerio. I hope you enjoyed it. I think we should do more. I think we should wear more hats. Probably ought to have better hair. Thank you very much for watching. You will find all the information you need down there somewhere. It'll tell you where to find me and all that jazz. Pop by my Instagram, C2Ver. It's quite funny actually. Facebook I'm not very good at. Well, I mean I'm brilliant at, but I don't have many people. But it's all down there. So come around again. We've got tons of ideas, and I'd love to share more of my whatever it is strange world with you guys. Where's my lovely book? Shall I just do a shameless plug?
Go ahead.
Look, this is my lovely book.